The tilma of Juan Diego, which bears the image of Our Lady of Guadalupe, has defied the passage of nearly 500 years, remaining intact despite being made of agave fibers that should have decayed within decades. Why has this sacred fabric endured the test of time against all odds? And how does this miraculous preservation reinforce the faith of millions around the world? The extraordinary endurance of the tilma can be attributed to divine intervention. Scientists have long studied the fabric, yet no explanation aligns with its supernatural longevity. If you enjoy content that helps you grow spiritually, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and join our community for more inspiration. Let's get started. Devotees believe it is a sign of the Virgin Mary's enduring presence, protecting not only the physical tilma, but also those who place their faith in her. Its survival is a living testament to the miraculous power of faith and intercession. From the moment of her first apparition to Juan Diego in 1531, Our Lady of Guadalupe became a powerful symbol of unity and hope. At a time of cultural and religious upheaval in the Americas, she appeared as a maternal figure who bridged the indigenous traditions with Christianity. The amazing picture she left on Juan Diego's coat, which still amazes and moves people, was just as meaningful as her message of love and peace. The tilma's preservation is more than a physical phenomenon. It reflects the unshakable bond between the Virgin Mary and her children. Throughout history, countless miracles have been attributed to her intercession. From healing the gravely ill to uniting broken communities, her influence transcends generations. Her enduring protection is not limited to individuals, but extends to entire cultures that hold her as a guiding light of faith and hope. As you explore the incredible story of the young man saved by her intervention, remember that the Virgin Mary's promises of love and guidance remain constant. She is a beacon of faith for those in despair, a reminder that miracles often emerge when we place our trust in the divine. Through her intercession, lives have been transformed and faith has been restored, proving that her hand is never far from those who call upon her. The family was very religious and prayed the rosary every night. Their prayers created a devotional tradition that was passed down from generation to generation. Every moment they spent praying together brought them closer together and taught their children morals that showed care, kindness, and a strong faith. Among their children, the youngest son stood out for his exceptional connection to the Marian devotion instilled in him by his mother. We all face moments where our faith is tested, and the challenges of life seem insurmountable. In those times, rediscovering the strength of devotion and the powerful intercession can bring comfort and direction. This is exactly what The Secret of Jesus' Apparitions offers, a path to clarity and peace through his revelations. This ebook goes into his prophecies and offers insight into what lies ahead. It's available for free in the pinned comment. Grab it now before the edition's gone. In the quiet mornings, his mother would take him to the local church, her hands guiding his as they lit candles before an image of Our Lady of Guadalupe. These rituals, though simple, planted a seed of faith in his heart. The image of the Virgin, with her serene gaze and outstretched arms, became a source of comfort and strength for him. His consecration, performed at a young age, marked a sacred moment where he pledged his life to the Virgin Mary, kneeling before her image at the Basilica of Guadalupe. It got more serious for him in the Marian movement as he got older. Pilgrimages to sacred sites, evenings spent discussing the mysteries of the Rosary, and his devotion to the Virgin Mary became central to his identity. It was during one of these pilgrimages, surrounded by fellow devotees, that he renewed his consecration, reaffirming his commitment to live a life guided by the values of faith and humility. Despite the love and guidance he received, life's challenges began to weigh heavily on him. Friends and opportunities pulled him into circles far removed from the path of faith. The vibrant devotion of his youth started to fade, replaced by questions and doubts he was too hesitant to voice. Yet, even in moments of despair, the image of Our Lady of Guadalupe lingered in his memory, a quiet reminder of the promises he once made and the love that awaited him. The family, unaware of his growing struggles, continued to pray for their son, entrusting his life to the Virgin Mary. They believed in her maternal care, knowing she would never abandon those consecrated to her, no matter how far they strayed. Their unwavering faith would soon be tested in ways they could never have imagined. The distance from the church and his family's faith-filled life created a vacuum that he struggled to fill. Drawn by promises of quick solutions to his growing inner turmoil, he fell in with a group that presented itself as supportive but hid darker intentions. What started as casual gatherings quickly escalated into rituals and teachings that contradicted everything he had once believed. They offered a sense of belonging, but at the cost of his spiritual identity. Their influence over him grew stronger as he became more isolated. The group's leader, charismatic and persuasive, promised power and control over the chaos he felt inside. He was lured into a false sense of security, his former beliefs dismissed as irrelevant. They spoke of liberation, but demanded obedience to their sinister practices. He began participating in rites that left him conflicted, yet the fear of judgment and rejection kept him silent. Take a moment to reflect. If you're looking for a way to strengthen your faith, our free ebook is a resource you won't want to miss. Download your copy today while it's still available in the pinned comment. The turning point came when he was asked to commit fully to their cause. A ceremony was planned, one that would bind him to their path permanently. The preparation was meticulous, and the group's expectations weighed heavily on him. As the day approached, his unease grew, the memory of his consecration to Our Lady of Guadalupe surfacing with unexpected clarity. Her image, once a source of peace, now seemed to call out to him, stirring a mixture of guilt and longing. During the ceremony, as the leader began invoking their dark rituals, he found himself paralyzed by an unseen force. The leader, visibly agitated, repeated the incantations but could not proceed. The air grew tense as frustration turned into anger. Finally, the leader stepped back, declaring that he could not perform the rite. "That woman won't let me," he said, his voice trembling with frustration. "She claims you are already hers, and I cannot take you from her hands." The young man, overwhelmed by a rush of emotions, stood frozen. The room erupted into chaos as he fled, running as fast as he could, tears streaming down his face. He did not stop until he reached a familiar place, one he had not visited in years, the Basilica of Our Lady of Guadalupe. The sanctuary's towering walls welcomed him back, offering solace and protection he had desperately needed, but forgotten. The stillness of the basilica enveloped him as he stepped inside, his chest heaving from the run. Kneeling before the image of Our Lady of Guadalupe, his trembling hands clutched at the pews. The memory of his childhood prayers resurfaced, and for the first time in years, he allowed himself to speak freely, unburdening the weight of his choices. The glow of the Virgin's image seemed to fill the space, and he could not escape the overwhelming sense of being welcomed home. His sobs echoed softly through the sanctuary as he whispered his regrets. A priest nearby noticed him and approached with quiet reverence, sensing the gravity of the moment. Without hesitation, the young man asked to confess. In the dim light of the confessional, he recounted everything: the choices that led him away, the deception of the group, and the moment he felt the Virgin's protective hand pulling him back. The priest listened intently, his words of guidance gentle but firm. With every word of absolution, he felt a powerful shift within himself. The layers of despair and guilt began to lift, replaced by a clarity he had not experienced in years. Emerging from the confessional, he knelt again before the Virgin's image, now more radiant in his eyes. This time, his prayers were filled not with desperation, but with gratitude. The priest invited him to stay for the evening mass, which he accepted. As the liturgy unfolded, he was struck by the sense of peace that came over him. The familiar words and rituals, once distant memories, now felt like a lifeline, reconnecting him to a faith he thought he had lost forever. When the priest raised the Eucharist, he felt a surge of emotion that he could not explain, only that it felt like a confirmation of the Virgin's unwavering care for him. Looking for guidance during life's toughest moments? This ebook, available for free right now, offers exactly that. But hurry, only a few copies remain. After the Mass, he remained seated, staring at the Virgin's image with a renewed sense of purpose. The sanctuary's quiet seemed to echo her silent promise that no matter how far he had strayed, she had never stopped watching over him, waiting for his return. As days turned into weeks, the young man began to rebuild his life with a renewed focus on his faith. Returning to his family, he was met with open arms and tears of joy. Their prayers, long uttered with hope, had been answered in ways they could hardly comprehend. They marveled at his transformation as he recounted the harrowing experiences he had endured and the miraculous intervention of Our Lady of Guadalupe. It was as if her guiding hand had orchestrated every step of his escape and return. Because of what happened, he wanted to learn more about the Virgin's role in his life. He dedicated time to reading accounts of others who had experienced her intercession, drawing strength from their stories. In his search, he encountered countless testimonies of lives changed, illnesses cured, and dangers averted, all attributed to her maternal care. Each story reaffirmed his belief that his survival was not coincidental, but part of a greater plan. Eager to give back, he joined a Marian group at the Basilica, becoming a witness to those in spiritual need. He shared his story with others, not as a tale of despair, but as proof of the Virgin's unwavering protection. His words carried a sincerity that resonated deeply, particularly with young people who faced similar struggles. Many found solace in his message, seeing in him a reflection of their own battles. In time, he began organizing pilgrimages to the Basilica of Guadalupe, leading groups in prayer and reflection. Standing before her image, he often encouraged others to trust in her intercession, reminding them that even in their darkest moments, she would never abandon them. Each pilgrimage became a testament to her enduring presence, as individuals left feeling uplifted and renewed. His own journey, though far from over, had taken a transformative turn. The Virgin's intervention had not only saved his life, but also ignited a mission to bring others closer to her. Through his efforts, the light of her protection continued to shine, guiding countless souls back to the path of faith and hope. The miraculous tilma of Our Lady of Guadalupe became an integral part of his mission, inspiring him to delve into its mysteries. He looked at its strange features, which didn't make sense with science or time, and learned things that made him respect the Virgin more. The fabric, made from maguey fibers, should have decayed within a few decades, yet it remained intact after nearly 5 centuries. Moreover, its colors had not faded, even though no known pigment or preservation technique explained their durability. Let this be your reminder. Our free ebook, filled with inspiration and hope, is waiting for you. Don't wait too long, copies are limited, and it's available now in the pinned comment. Among the most striking discoveries were the microscopic details in the eyes of the image. Scientists, using advanced imaging technology, found reflections of figures within the Virgin's pupils, human forms that appeared to depict the moment Juan Diego presented the tilma to the bishop. The precision of these details, invisible to the naked eye, left researchers astounded. Such phenomena, inexplicable by natural means, reaffirmed for him the divine origin of the image and strengthened his conviction that the Virgin's hand was at work in every aspect of his journey. He shared these revelations during his talks and pilgrimages, offering them as proof of the Virgin Mary's enduring care for her children. People who were looking for signs of hope were greatly moved by every detail of the tilma's secrets. They made the link between faith and the miraculous real. For many, hearing about the tilma's preservation and the secrets hidden within its fabric was a turning point in their own spiritual paths. The sanctuary of the Basilica of Guadalupe, where the tilma was enshrined, became not just a place of prayer, but a symbol of resilience and protection. Pilgrims who gazed upon the image often reported a sense of peace and renewed faith, as though the Virgin herself were speaking to them through her likeness. If this message makes you think and you feel it connects with you, don't forget to like it, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment. Also, if you really want to support our work and help us keep creating valuable content, consider giving us a super thanks. Join this amazing community and don't miss any news. His efforts to spread the knowledge of these miracles reinforced the connection between the sacred image and the lives of those who came to honor her. Each step of his work was a reminder of the promise he had made years before, now fulfilled in ways he could never have anticipated. The tilma, both a mystery and a miracle, continued to inspire countless souls, serving as a testament to the Virgin's unwavering love and presence.